What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Real Talk, the #1 real estate podcast in New Jersey. And today we got a bunch of people who don't want to be here, guys. Express how you feel about the show. Express how you feel about the show, Tom. Thomas?
I love this show.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
my God, he wasn't
If
saying
you only
that
heard him
60
before we
seconds
started
ago.
airing this.
Listen, I'm tired. I only had one cup of coffee today. I'm a little drained. Closed a couple deals.
You didn't close any deals.
Not today, but
It is.
wait, how many
3
pending
o'clock.
contracts do we have right so far?
I don't know. What's going on, guys? How's your week been? Anything new brewing?
My week is going great.
All right, tell us about it.
I'm hosting an open house this weekend. Everyone come. I'll probably do. I'll probably do some documentation for it.
Where?
Over in Manchester. It's in the Toms River area.
Nice.
It's a nice renovated ranch. So a nice little family area. Oh, my neck just cracked. I don't know if anyone heard that.
I heard it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting some. I'm doing my neighborhood calls to invite everyone over to the open house, and I'm getting a lot of good responses. Friendly people. People have been calling me back.
Actually, circle prospecting now.
Actual
it's working
circle
out.
prospecting is working.
Getting some good connections.
Yeah, and then we're working on the rental unit right now.
Oh yeah. So you guys collaborated on a little deal.
Yeah.
Look at you guys working together. Who would have known?
Who would have known?
What's going on with you, Ashley?
Nothing too crazy.
Tell us about your week.
I feel like the whole week hasn't even.
This week went by real quick.
Yeah.
This month
Yeah.
went by quick. I can't believe January's over.
I want to say
I
something.
don't have anything.
All right,
Yeah,
too
normally
say it.
January is.
to
I
say.
usually get yelled at that I always talk over everyone, so I'm gonna let everyone talk today.
No, I want to hear. We need some energy.
No. I'm gonna let everyone talk today, and I'm gonna act like a normal person, and I'm not gonna
I don't think you know
speak
how to
over
do that.
anyone. And I want to see how many views we get. 'Cause-
The views went down when you
Stop.
start talking more.
oh no, when I talk, the views go up.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's just get back into our first topic then. So I have here the real estate industry is under attack. I sent the
feel
article to you
passionate
guys.
about this.
I sent the article to you
Actually,
guys.
no, the second one.
So, National Association of Realtors is joining the cancel culture, and basically, I have two articles here. I'm not going to go into them. I read them through before, and you read them
You
too,
read
right?
the entire
Is this the one-
article.
I read the second article entirely, but the first one I just read part of it.
Okay.
It was kind of biased, I feel like, but it is happening, and they said this. Here, I'll just read the statement directly what they said, just so it's clarified. But basically, National Association of Realtors has decided that they are going to start looking at people's personal Facebook pages, personal social media accounts, not their business pages, but their personal. And if you are saying anything against Black Lives
they'll be
Matter,
looking
what?
Business is involved. Business accounts are involved.
Oh, but they always were. Like you can't.
Yeah, I know.
That was always like that's just code of ethics. Like you never want to mix politics. You never want to talk anything like that, politics, religion, stuff like that on your Facebook page, obviously, because then you scare away types of buyers or sellers. But they're now going on your personal page, and they're going to do some deep dives, and you can actually lose your license because they are considered a private establishment. They can revoke your license if they see that you are posting something politically that they don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think that is, I mean, it's challenging, but at the same time, it's not like any other job that you go to and have worked for hasn't been on that level. So it's just now that this wing is enforcing,
Well, some of them are.
filtering what you say.
Some jobs do. Like if you work at let's
A lot of
say
jobs look at your background.
yeah, let's say you work at
social media.
Starbucks and they look at your social media
did
and
I-
something comes out, a lot of people will try to get you fired.
Right. Did I not say that?
No, you said they don't look into it.
I'm saying like real estate, they...
Oh, yeah, no, this was never a thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're like
not your
free
personal
to talk
life.
about what you want and not get in trouble for it. But if you're working for any sort of company, they're always, you cannot. It always says like in the handbook, like you cannot speak negatively, especially about the company. Normally,
Right,
it's
right.
normally about the company itself. It's not so much about
So, for example,
lives are.
here's an example. As they noted, if you are at home and you go on Twitter or Facebook on your personal accounts or any social media sites and speak out against, let's say you disagree with gay marriage or illegal immigration, you can lose your right to practice real estate. They can just revoke your license based on your political opinions.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a little bit.
I think it's a little extreme.
That's a little extreme.
And I think that a lot of people are going to lose their license.
That's like a
You think
real.
they're going to go back and actually do that, or you think moving forward they're going to put that into effect?
I don't know. I mean, think about like cancel culture for like comedians on Twitter. Like they'll find something from 2008, and then you like end up losing all your sponsors. It's the same type of thing.
I think it has to be recent. They can't dig back to like in 2007 when you were 12 years old.
You say that now, but that's what has happened to so many people's careers in other
A
fields.
lot of career
I just think
celebrities.
it's crazy. I just feel like in this day and age, I feel like people dig into things to create problems that shouldn't be problems. That's
Right.
what I think.
Well, with the thing,
You
with,
know, I just
There's
feel-
more drama now than there ever was 20 years ago.
there really should just be, you know, I mean, I feel like there is a right to like, you know, the right to think freely, but I feel like as long as you're not threatening someone's life, as long as you're not
right.
creating terrorism in any form, like
So their argument is that you can't express your own opinion because you are representing their organization. So ultimately, you're working for them. Ultimately, so it's like they're to blame then. But I don't.
I
think,
mean, I guess- okay,
it's so
so
different because we're independent
when
contractors.
you think about it, yes, but so like when you do think about it, there are laws, hence protected classes. So then, if there are
That has nothing to do with that,
classes,
though.
then it would make sense. Political, I don't think that's not a protected class, but like same-sex marriage, you know, that's a protected class.
Yeah, but you can post something saying I disagree with, you know, it being legal. Like some people, that's their religious belief, and on their personal
well,
page.
if you disagree with that, then what happens when you have a client who is
You could disagree with it, but still work with them. You're still entitled
you're
to
not going to
opinion.
treat them any different?
No.
Okay.
That's like saying like I don't. Let's say for instance, I'm not vegetarian, but Ashley's my friend. No, I don't know because
I
it's
don't know.
it's definitely a very touchy topic, and
I feel like
I
as long as
don't-
it's a protected class.
I
you
think
shouldn't
it-
talk on it.
so you don't think
Negatively.
you see people don't have freedom of speech?
I think that they do. However, if you work for this organization and this organization protects this class,
But I don't work for NAR. I just happen to be under their umbrella.
All right, well then you work for NAR.
Like I work for
They
Keller Williams, if
employed
anything,
you.
for them.
They gave you the eligibility to work under them.
But it's not the same thing as an employer. We're not employed by NAR. They just are the people in charge of the licenses in the
They're
state.
trying to turn it into that. I
It's
feel like.
it's a state run operation. It's like getting your license. Imagine you get a contracting license, and then the state revokes your contracting license because you posted something on Facebook about your political beliefs. It's the same type of thing, isn't it?
Well, are your political beliefs the same as like hating on someone online? Like,
I mean,
feel like they classify it as the same thing.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean,
if you
I
say
agree
how you
with
feel
that,
about something,
yeah.
It's like you're this, you don't support this because you support someone.
No, I agree with that.
know
But
what
like,
I'm saying? Like,
for instance, like
I don't know.
in this article, they talked about illegal immigration. Like that's just like a political topic. Like you don't have to be hateful if you're discussing your political opinion on
Right,
something
so
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying. So if it's like a post that's not hateful, but it's still saying that you believe in something, is that
Right.
there's something wrong with that?
That's what they're
No,
saying.
in that case, then no, I don't.
Yeah,
think so.
exactly. That's my point. That's what they're saying.
What it comes down to is in any profession, you should never speak about your beliefs because you don't want to be on someone else's side or on this side.
No, but we
You
know
want to
that.
be neutral no matter what situation it is. Even though I might have strong beliefs in this and I disagree with my client, they never know what side I'm actually on.
Right, but we're talking about your personal page.
Still,
My
as a
per-
I mean,
professional,
I don't do it.
as
I'm
a
just saying.
profession- no, I know. As a professional, I just keep everything
private.
My personal page is not even like
My personal page. I don't post
It's just
anything
like me
like
on a
political even on there,
vacation, or
but
it's not like my
Yeah.
everyday life.
no, same.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I keep it private either way.
Like some people live through social media. I don't.
Right.
No, I don't either. I'm not concerned, but I think a lot of people are gonna be
You know
concerned.
who? You know, I obviously am not going to say their name.
I'm sure we can think of a lot of
who
people.
I thought about specifically.
You'll have to tell us after because I don't know who you're thinking about, but I can think of a lot of people, and I don't know.
I know this agent
probably
would be
scary for
wiped
them.
off.
It's probably very
In our
scary for a lot of
company?
people.
Yeah, in our office. That person.
Are they in our office a lot?
All right, let's not talk about who it is. Let's not get into who's. Huh? What are your thoughts, Matt? You have your mic? Oh, no mic.
What
All right.
happened?
We're gonna get Matthew's input here on this topic. All right. Well, I mean, it's just interesting to see how this will play out, and I guess we'll revisit this if we realize that somebody lost their license who we know. Because that's going to be interesting to see how
That's
it,
gonna be like a big fight. I don't.
I
think
feel
so.
like
It's
it,
just
there's
gonna
like going to be
easily
lawsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, where is the line
If they
drawn?
ever revoke someone's license because of a political belief, there will be an insane lawsuit,
That's
and the
what I'm
real estate
saying.
agent
Right.
will get their license back, and the state will get in trouble
But how
Yeah,
do you know
that's
that?
what I'm
Because it's a
saying.
private company. NAR.
because it doesn't make sense. There's
It's-
freedom of speech.
It's
no
like the
matter
same
what.
thing as
Someone-
Twitter kicking off somebody.
Okay, so I'm just saying, anyone can say, "I believe in this. I don't believe in that. This, that." Like it does. It literally makes no sense.
I know. And it comes down to like, where does the line
Obviously,
get
if
drawn?
there's hate speech involved, like
Right.
then it makes sense.
100%.
But if you say I'm a Donald Trump fan or I'm a Joe Biden fan, you should not get in trouble for saying that.
Right. Exactly. No, I
But
agree
then if
completely.
you say anything aggressive towards them, then I get it.
Yeah.
Then it
Yeah.
becomes obviously a subject to talk about. But
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, another way that real estate agents are under attack, we're getting attacked from all sides. Like we're losing a lot of our freedoms in the business, I guess. Zillow. Let's talk about Zillow. Ashley,
So-
you want to talk about this a little bit because we were speaking about it in the office earlier.
So I'm not the only one that noticed this, but Zillow deleted like most of my past sales.
Most of your past sales.
Yeah, and
There's
then
been,
I
like, a
went
lot of
on
issues.
like the KW family page
deleting
on Facebook,
statistics.
and a bunch of other agents from the office also said the same thing. That
Yeah,
their
so-
past sales were deleted, just wiped out of nowhere, and also
you know why,
So-
right?
Why?
why?
They want you to start paying for Zillow.
Oh yeah, but also they take your names off the listings.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys checked, but like, your names aren't on your list. Or I'm sorry,
Oh,
maybe your
really?
name, but not your phone number. Like all of
On
the
past.
people who are calling
No,
on.
that's been like that for a while.
No, but no.
Oh,
they
you're
used to
talking
have
about
agent
they used
name
to have
and
like
phone
other
number.
agents, and then the listing
The
agent
listing
was
agent.
first.
The whole
But-
reason why is because they're losing a ton of money in a lot of directions. So they realize
They're trying to squeeze out agents ultimately.
no, they're not
Right.
squeezing out agents.
They
They're
became a
making
brokerage.
agents
No, they're
pay.
making the-
They're not making a
right,
brokerage. What
they're-
I
they're
don't-
doing
They are a
They're-
brokerage
no,
officially.
What they're doing now is
Since
making
when?
listing agents.
It's like, wow.
I know that
That's
was
what's
their
happening.
plan.
You
Tom,
guys are
That
all-
was
Tom,
their
it's
Bill
100%
Zillow's plan
happening.
was
It's
to be a
not. This is
brokerage.
what- right
I could
now-
pull up hundreds of articles saying Zillow just became a brokerage, and they are trying to squeeze out
No,
agents.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what is going on with their deleting past sales.
Oh, I don't know about
you're
that,
Not a
but-
Zillow Premier member. They
Right.
want you to become.
They
a
want you to
member.
pay.
They want you to pay a monthly subscription to be a part of the Zillow.
Well, why don't we
and
tell?
then
I mean,
get
let's
your
talk about what happened with our Zillow account after we decided to hold off a couple months before paying for leads.
Yeah, and they just didn't do anything with it.
No, they created an account for us. They created a joint account. So we started a team. We'll go into this a little bit. We started a team, and we wanted a team account. Some agents have an account where it's two agents under one name, the team name. So we talked to a Zillow rep, and we talked to him about how we want to buy Zillow leads in the future, but don't want to buy them now. He created
The
us
whole
the
reason why we
page.
didn't want to buy them now is because we don't have buyers agents. So right now there's no point because Michael and I have floods of leads already.
Right.
So we wouldn't want to be paying $1,000 a month where
'Cause we're not
we already
supplying
have enough
leads to anybody.
that we're like supplying ourselves with. So why pay for more that we can't handle?
Right. So basically, what
Until we
happened
have an
was
agent or two on our team, then we'll start paying. But
the rep was hopeful that we were going to start signing up to pay for leads. And when he called us back after he set up our account for us, like the joint team account that we wanted, we were like, oh no, we're going to wait a couple months. We're going to be hiring buyer agents. Let's stay in touch. He, I guess, got upset because
I don't
we
think it
lost-
was him. I think it was just Zillow's system itself.
whatever it was. But
If
we
you
went back
don't
in there
input
and they deleted our page. Like they deleted the joint page that he made for us. I guess he made.
No, it didn't delete our page. It kicked us off the page. Like it
It locked
individually
us out of
kicked
it or
us
something.
off as members off the actual Clancy and Greco page.
And we had to like go back in there, change the password, re-add ourselves into it. It was like a whole process. But Zillow has a lot of bugs. I mean, it's always had a lot of issues. I don't know if the past sales thing is just a bug or if it's purposeful.
Well, look at our listing. Or one of our listings doesn't even come up in the system.
Yours don't ever come up for some reason. It's
No,
like
I'm talking
very
about
buggy.
the actual listing itself, the one we've been dealing with. I don't want to say it on here, but
Well, which one? What town?
the one that our client purchased and then sold a month later
Yeah,
because of employment.
That's
that
your,
doesn't even
your
come up on
but
Zillow.
your account has a lot of issues like that. That's what I'm saying. All like the other one, the land lot we listed didn't come up either.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make
Oh
any
yeah,
sense.
all my
That's
all
what
my
I'm saying.
listings
It's your
don't come up. Yeah,
something with your page is
it doesn't
glitching.
make sense.
Yeah, but there's always bugs and glitches. Deleted sales, the team account we talked about. But let's bounce off this idea a little bit. What do you guys think about buying Zillow leads? Like, is it worth it, or are you feeding into the machine that is soon going to overtake realtors as they become their own source of, which is ultimately their plan is to be able
To be a
to
brokerage.
do your transactions online. You find a house, you click on it, and they have a Zillow rep agent who helps you online.
I'm 50-50 with it. Depends.
So, like, when you buy
Yeah.
leads, are you feeding into their machine that's
I
going to
think
overtake us
I
eventually?
don't think. No, I think, and especially in the real estate business, the more you spend, the more money you can make. Basically, the more money you invest into your business is the more money you can make. You invest the money.
Not too much, because you got to make some.
No, yeah, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, say you farm, I don't know. Say Millstone or Jackson's your town. And you primarily are in Jackson and Millstone. And you want that zip code.
Yeah.
I think it is a smart idea, since you're going to have a lot of listings in that town, and you own 50% or say 25% of that zip code, you are getting 1 out of every 4 calls for listings in that area.
Right.
So you can give out your buyer's agents and make more relationships in that area that you actually farm and work. It just makes your business stronger. Do I believe that you should get a zip code just to get it because you want leads for your buyer's agents? No. Why get a Cape May or
Oh, no, I mean, it would
or
make
not
sense.
a Cape May, a Little Egg Harbor zip code? No, it does not make sense. It doesn't make sense from a business. Doesn't make sense from my buyer's agents to drive all the way down there for it. It has to make sense in a certain way. That's why I'm saying I'm 50-50 about it.
What do you guys think?
It can be a smart investment or a stupid investment, just like anything else.
Depending on your business, where you're at.
It has
like
to
you're
be.
saying.
It has what zip code you're getting, and
It has to be- make
does that
sense.
zip code make sense for the buyer's agents you have?
for your
I agree
business.
with
Yeah.
that. I think that's probably the most ethical way. Well, not ethical, but efficient way to do it.
I know some
Think of
agents
it.
who are solo agents, so maybe put you two in the shoes. Let's say you're a new agent, first year in the business, and you want to get leads, and you have some money coming in. Like maybe you have like a side hustle or whatever. Would you reinvest it into Zillow to get buyer leads just for yourself, or do you think that doesn't make sense and you try to produce leads by
No,
yourself?
especially now, buyer leads are like easier to get.
I'd produce by myself, honestly.
I would not pay Zillow for buyer leads.
Would you ever pay Zillow for buyer leads, or do you think that
Maybe seller leads.
Because I know some agents who are like, I don't pay for Zillow. I do everything organic because I do not want to give them any of my money.
That
Yeah,
I get
Zillow's trying to
too.
wipe us out.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, so I agree with that. I mean, I'm kind of like the person who
I don't agree with
I
Zillow
don't
trying to
like to
wipe out
pay.
agents though. They make a lot of money from real
It's
estate
known.
agents.
It's known that they're trying to wipe us
But-
out.
I don't think it's possible.
Right, but they're using that money.
It is so
to do
possible.
what?
I don't think it's possible for them to squeeze out all the brokerages in this country.
You realize that any Zillow lead that you're given, it goes through their system. So they have that data. They collect the
Right.
data. They know more about our businesses than we know about our businesses. They have so much data about the town, what things are going for, sales price, who's clicking on it, how many buyer leads, how many times did they click on that. They have so much information
They've
that they could
created-
easily wipe us out.
they've created a free platform for the people we're trying to fish. The leads go to them before they go to us now.
Right.
That's why we're
we have to go through them to get leads.
right. But
So that
they're-
they have the power over us. And we're paying them for those leads.
Their estimates still suck though.
So if Zillow said
It's not
tomorrow,
accurate. It's based off a computer algorithm.
if Zillow said
It's not-
tomorrow, we have, well, Zestimate, yeah, Zestimate sucks,
Yeah.
but Zestimate,
People
I
who
don't.
actually think they're like
believe that.
legit.
If Zillow said tomorrow, they announced tomorrow, they said we have 500 Zillow licensed agents who are online and ready to help you write contracts and do things. We are cutting off as of in 30 days. It is 30 notice to all agents. We are no longer giving you any leads. You cannot buy leads from Zillow. Zillow is completely its own brokerage now. You know how many agents would lose a huge chunk of their business?
Right.
Think about that. And how much money Zillow would make? They have all these leads stored up, all this
But
data.
that's why you don't build your business on one thing.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
I would not be worried if Zillow did that.
Oh, I wouldn't be worried either. But I'm
Not
just
at all.
saying, like, a lot of teams, you know, they start one way and then they start buying into Zillow and spending all this money on that, and then next thing you know, they're completely relying on that, and then you're in a tough spot when you don't have any organic business.
Then you have to think all the business they created from Zillow, and they sold a house to and created that relationship.
they'll stick with you.
That person that bought or sold a home or rented or invested with you is not going to go back to Zillow when there's a Zillow agent.
Right,
They're
right.
going to go back to the agent that gave them great service.
Right.
So
but
all the business that Zillow has provided all these agents, it just would not make sense for Zillow to do what you're saying.
I think what they're
It really would.
what they're
It
betting
would not
on,
make
what
any
they're betting
sense.
on is that
Do you know how much money Zillow makes a year from just agents buying zip codes? It wouldn't make sense for them to risk. What
then
you're
why would
saying.
they become a brokerage? They obviously have some intention in mind.
Well, obviously they can branch off and do it, but it would never make sense for them to do.
I don't think it'll happen in our lifetime. And I don't
Yeah,
think
but I just don't. It doesn't make sense.
I hope not.
I don't think we have to worry about it, like you're saying, because like repeat customers, like that type of thing. But I think that, like, you know, maybe the next generation of realtors, when all these new first-time homebuyers go in, and
Right.
if they use Zillow for the first time, and if Zillow was a brokerage and offering those services, they might recommend Zillow just like they would recommend you.
Yeah.
You know, so who knows? As technology rises, people start getting squeezed out of jobs. It's just like anything else.
Yeah.
when technology first came out, it hurt a lot of jobs.
Exactly. And
Killed jobs.
I mean, it's only going to get worse as you have AI.
Well, look at
and
stockbrokers.
self-driving
Stockbrokers
cars.
used to make a lot of money,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the iPhone
Robin
came
Hood.
out. The iPhone came out, and people started investing themselves. Companies started hiring
Let me make a
people.
little interjection here.
What's going on?
Weren't we talking about Carvana like a few podcasts ago?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just the natural progression that Zillow would have like a button that just
Yeah.
says like buy now. You
Right.
can buy a house online.
Just like Carvana.
I think it'll
Right.
definitely happen in our lifetime, dude.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
think it
No,
will.
no, but
Why
he's saying
not?
no. I'm not saying it won't happen in our lifetime. I'm saying like that option will be available. I'm saying I don't think it will overtake the real estate agent industry in our
I don't
lifetime.
think that they want to overtake it. I think they just want to have it alongside.
Why would you, if you were founding that company, wouldn't you want it to do better to the point where it's where you're making more money and doing more
It's not
transactions than
necessary because
agents?
They're still making money off of agents regardless.
Right, but it's like any company. It's like you want to be bigger and better. They studied us for all this time.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna come out with something. You know what I mean? Like when you come out with the newest app, you want to be better than all the other apps, and then you want to take over the market share.
Yeah.
So
But the truth is, if it does come to that where you can buy it now, people don't know what it takes to buy a home.
yeah,
People don't know the
Right.
risks.
There's still not
That's
the
what all the realtors
education
say.
that
Inspections,
that
the
a realtor can give.
appraisals, this everything.
that's what all the realtors say.
There's reasons why agents get paid a good amount of money to do what they do.
Yeah, no,
There's a
definitely,
reason why.
definitely. Another topic here. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? I'm just running down the list of
Run down the list. We'll add
run
on.
down the list. MLS fees rising.
Yeah, this was a big one for me today.
So why don't you tell us about this a little bit?
So, I'm not sure if you do know, if you're a new agent out there, but there's an MLS fee in most states, I would say.
I don't know.
Well,
other states,
in New
honestly.
Jersey, there's MLS fees where the agent themselves can put in input of fee.
And
Of
could be
usually
anything.
they do it for paperwork, how much an hour of time of them filling out the paperwork, getting it signed.
Or
Some use it for
photos.
photos, but in reality, it's not supposed to be for photos. It's all the money's supposed to come out of your pocket to list the property. Just like the buyer agent runs around and spends
It's
some
hard to
money on
explain.
gas and-
It's hard to explain.
But the
because it makes
reason
no
why
sense,
the MLS
really.
fee is basically just for admins, whatever it is, doesn't matter what the fee is. Standard, in my opinion, I would say rentals are probably around 50,
Right.
and depending on the home, say it's $1 million home, 200 is fine. But I would say anywhere from 1 to 100, or 100 to 150 is normal for a single family home. 250 to $600,000, whatever, doesn't matter.
It just comes off the buyer commission.
I'm seeing 400, 600 on $250,000 homes.
And I've heard.
And I
it's
think there
going
should be
up.
actually a regulation of how much you can charge per price range you're at. Because it's not fair for a buyer's agent. Listen,
Right.
you start out as a buyer's agent. I know what it takes to, especially on a buyer that's they want to find the perfect home. You're showing them 25 plus homes.
Yeah.
You're running around like crazy, wear and tear on your car, gas. It's not fair that the listing agent obviously did work, marketed the property, but it's a lot of work that is behind the desk. You're not running around spending a ton of money on all this different stuff, spending time. It's more of paying people to do things like photography, videos, and everything like that. But I don't think it's fair that the listing agent gets the $600 bonus on top of the percentage
Right.
they're going to make, especially when it's a 50-50 split
Right.
commissions. Why is the listing agent making 2.5%, buyer's agent making 2.5%, and then the agent's getting $600 for the
Out of the
pictures?
buyer's
The
agent's
whole point
commission.
of being a listing agent is to give you the service of the pictures. It's not to be like, oh,
It's part of
I
the
got
commission.
the listing. Let me do $600 because it's going to cost the marketing.
It,
just doesn't make
it
sense.
honestly like it makes no sense because I have a lot of new agents and coaching who ask me like
I think
I'll-
the buyer's agent should get the bonus.
I have a lot of new agents who
Yeah,
ask me
sure.
they're like what I put on the contract here for my commission. I'm like, all right, you put like whatever 2%, whatever percentage is minus whatever the MLS fee is, and they're like, well, what is the MLS fee for? Am I paying that for like writing the contract? I'm like, no, it's just a random number.
It really
that-
is the
I
fee.
that the
actually
listing
didn't-
agent
I
decides.
actually
It's
did
funny
not
too.
know that. I thought that fee was to actually list the house
No,
on
it is
MLS. I thought
free to-
MLS was charging you to put this listing on the
think
website.
there are some MLSs that do cost to
I'm not
upload.
100% sure.
I'm pretty sure there are some MLSs that do cost you. You have to pay to put a listing up, but
Right.
our MLS, Monmouth Ocean MLS, which is the primary one we use,
Mm-hmm.
there's no cost to put your listing up. You just pay your dues annually, but that number's random completely. And a lot of the time, when you're sitting down with a
I
client,
just saw a $600 fee for a $230,000 house.
yeah, that's like
with
a huge
2% commission.
That's a huge chunk of
So
the
that's,
commission.
That's
literally
ridiculous.
that's so then exactly that's the same exact logic as like why as a listing agent why are you handing out less than 2%? commission for the buyer's agent. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you not really want.
The number doesn't make sense because the thing is that most of the time when you go on a listing appointment, the seller doesn't even know what that box is for. And you're like, oh, it's just it comes out
you
of
don't
the,
even bring it up.
or they say,
Most
oh, it
agents won't
just
even
comes
bring
out
it
of the
up.
buyer's commission. Don't worry about it. It covers some of our expenses. But it really makes no sense because you have your commissions already set. Like, why is there even that on there?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then they're going up, like you said. Like you saw, what is it, $400?
I think no, the one was 600.
And then what town? This area?
Um,
What area was it in? It was local. Because I've heard up north it's very, very
I
common.
think it was Brick.
North Jersey. I've heard it's very common to see like $500 MLS fee.
Ew.
So
What are
then
you-
who
what
wants
are
to be
your
a buyer's
opinions
agent?
besides ew?
Who wants to be a buyer's
Who
agent
wants
then?
to pay that? I mean, as a buyer's agent, you have to fill out like pages and pages to write up an offer for a
Yeah.
listing agreement. It's like sign
Literally.
here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just my
What would
opinion.
motivate you to want to work with that agent, or sell that house?
Well, you still want to get your commission,
You do, but
and you have to have your buyer's best intention in mind. So if that's
Right.
the house they want
Like,
to put an offer in
ethically,
on,
I guess it's still
you
the
can't really
right
do
thing
anything
to
about it.
do.
And especially in areas where that's common, you're just like losing that money. It's just like this is the norm.
I think you just look bad as an agent. It's just wrong.
Oh yeah. In our area, definitely, because that's not normal.
It's wrong.
But we do. I mean, we do like 100.
Listen, $200. Many agents are doing it now, so it's not really a smack on the face, but
200 is even a lot.
450 and
450 and
600 is
150.
ridiculous.
200 is
Yeah.
even a lot.
If you can explain to me why I'm paying you that $600 as a buyer's agent to a listing agent, fine, I'll give you the 600. If you can actually give me a reason why I'm giving it to you,
right. And
and I'll give you more of a reason why you should be giving it to me.
Yeah, yeah. Ephraim does 175, which is like pretty
It's
normal.
normal, yeah.
Pretty normal.
Very normal.
But I don't know, man. It's getting crazy. The real estate industry is getting.
I can see if
crazier
it gets
and crazier.
excessive and a lot of these agents start doing 500, 600, there's going to be a ton of complaints to the board, and it's going to be changed. There's
You
going
think
to be
so?
regulations.
It's going to be regulated.
Because once people start taking advantage of stuff, they don't stop.
Ricky
They're gonna keep
Caruth
going and going. And
Says that he thinks that it's going to be normalized to 2% commission to buyers agents, 2.2, like a 4% total. He thinks that it's such a competitive market currently that it's going to become normalized to just do 4% as a standard for everybody.
But it
And not-
depends on the state, too. No.
I mean, there's no rules. New Jersey's negotiable completely,
Is that
so it's
every
his
state?
state. I think most
I
states
don't know.
are
I think a lot of the agents, big agents, especially in our office, are still standard 6%.
6 standard.
Standard is 6% for them, and they work their way down to 5.
I don't.
I think
I don't.
standard's
I mean, I think that's very rare in our office.
A lot of agents start at 6.
But do you see any listings at 3%?
I see some.
I
The one there was a 7. Remember?
yeah, but it's so rare.
I.
Wouldn't you say
but
the
that-
average is 2.5?
Yeah, but the
But
reason
again,
why
as we
it's a psychological game. They know there's going to be negotiations involved, so they start at 6.
yeah, but that doesn't
Right.
mean you get 6 just because you say
I'm
it.
not saying you get 6, but I'm saying their standard is 6, and they negotiate down to 5.
Their standard's not 6.
You start-
if
if-
they take 5 every time and they say my standard's 6 and I start 5,
They're just-
their standard's 5. They're just lying.
They're using it as a tactic.
Not necessarily. Their standard is 6, but they negotiate. It's a negotiating business.
Right.
They get
Right,
they get
but-
it down
I mean,
to
and-
5.
But it's
But their
not
standard
actually their
versus always 5.
standard.
They're
It's not
just saying
actually their
their standard's
standard.
6.
Well, at my last brokerage, it was.
And
So I
there's
backed
tons
that.
of listings at 6%.
Well,
Not in this market.
you don't get to see that though because the listing agent gives out only. they're
Oh, so you're telling me that
obligated
they were taking 3.5 and offering out 2.5,
Yeah,
and that was common in your office.
yeah. you
That's
can
very
give out-
unethical, and that's very like when you go to a closing table and you see that the listing agent took a huge chunk more than you, you're like, wow.
Wrong.
But you won't see it though because
You will see it
Oh,
on
you
the
see
HUD,
it. When you-
on the HUD of
you
the
go-
closing.
Really?
When you're sitting
Yep.
at the closing
You
table,
see the numbers.
You see it right off the bat.
And that's
Okay.
that plays into the same thing how you guys feel about the $600 being taken out. You guys, as buyers, feel like you're doing a lot more work, so you feel the same way. It would be an even larger chunk if it's a 3.5 commission versus a 2.5 commission.
Agents
Yeah.
still do it though. It's pretty crazy. I'm 50-50 no matter
We do
what.
50-50 because we want to, you want to create relationships with people, and you don't want people to feel like you're screwing them over and taking a huge chunk and taking advantage
create a
of the situation.
reputation for that.
Even when we go under our standard, we do give out 2% to buyers agents, but
That's
there's
only one that's a
times where
4%.
We actually give out more to buyers agents than the actual listing side.
Right.
The buyers agents do more work.
Right. If we were to take a
You
4%
have
listing,
to be a skilled listing agent. You have to know what you're doing to sell properties. It's not as easy as just driving people around and selling it. But realistically, buyers agents could do a lot more. They may not. They might just show the house 2 times to a client, and they like the second home. So that's pretty easy. But some clients take, I don't know,
Right, they
20.
show. Like
I've had a client
20
take,
houses. before.
I've showed a client on and off for over a year.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have clients like that.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
he
lot of
finally
time.
closed one, but I created a great relationship with him, and he's given me 2 referrals already. So
Exactly. So it's a good client.
and
to
another
sit
one
around with.
coming with his father moving back to the state. So
Yeah.
Word.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to talk about? Anything interesting going on in your life? Anything personal you want to talk about? Because I'm out of topics.
nothing really.
What's going on with you, Tom? How do you feel the business is going, the real estate market? Because you were saying it's going,
Market's-
it's slowing
I feel
down
like
a
it's
little bit.
settling. I don't think it's slowing down, but I feel like it's not as like how it was where you could overprice a home and all of a sudden you would still have offers on it. If you overprice a home now, you might not even get traffic. You might get people coming in, but you might not get offers.
True.
6 months from now, 6 months from today,
You could list it like
You could
astronomical
literally-
prices.
6 months ago, you could literally list it, say 10,000 over market value, and you might even got over asking.
Right.
Buyers didn't care. Now I feel like even though the rates are still super low and there's a ton of buyers out there, it's weird though because there's still super low inventory.
Yeah.
Unless the home's actually worth it, you can probably still do it. But if the home needs work, you can't overprice the home and expect over.
I feel like it depends on the area, though.
Especially the situation I just went through with my buyer. House was great, definitely overpriced. We put in a pretty nice offer, expecting a little counter. The seller ended up not countering because he wanted over asking after being on the market for 14 days. Sorry, seller, you're not getting it. If you don't get over asking, a bidding war right off the bat, you most likely will not. So he most likely lost a great deal because we backed out.
Yeah. No, the market is definitely changing.
And you also don't want to work if you get a bad taste in your mouth from a seller before you even go under contract. What is he going to do when you ask for repairs?
right.
Right.
When you ask for
It'll be a
inspection,
nightmare.
there's inspection issues. What is he going to do?
Right.
There's $5,000 in work. Oh, I renovated the home. I think the house is still worth it. The buyer's not going to want to do I'll eat the cost. I'll do it myself when I move in. No.
Right.
So if you automatically give a bad taste in the mouth to someone before even the home's under contract, why do you even want to go through the process with him?
Yeah.
So
I went through a situation like that with one of my tenants. We were trying to find him a place. His situation was complicated, but we were trying to find him a house, and the landlord was very audacious about his qualifications, his requirements. And so he put a bad taste in his mouth, and he was like, I don't even want to deal with this, because if he's going to be like that to me before I even put in an application, then, imagine the kind of landlord he's going to be over time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, you definitely don't want to put a bad taste in people's mouth like that. I mean, it makes no sense. You're scaring away possible clients, scaring away, possible deals. So it makes no sense.
That was the client that was excessively desirous.
Oh my gosh. We're back to this. I wanted to do a game, but I didn't plan a game for this one because I had 2 ideas, but I never planned it. The one idea was for Tom to guess designer logos and see if he can guess what the brands were, because
Why does it always involve me?
because you're the most uncultured one. I feel like we'll literally be talking about something in the office, and he'll be like, "You guys are talking Spanish. Sounds like Spanish to me."
Well, most of the stuff Selena will say it's like doesn't make sense.
She's. How do I understand it then?
I don't know.
He didn't know what were we talking about today?
I said Goyard. He doesn't know what Goyard is.
What is
I don't know
Goyard?
what that is
Did-
either.
Sounds like a yogurt.
Do you know what?
Goyard?
All right. Do you know what Bape
Look up
is?
the brand. Look it up.
Bade?
Bape.
Vape?
Bape.
B-A-P-E.
B-A-P-E.
I don't know what that is either.
No.
Do you know ice creams?
Ice cream?
Yeah, ice creams.
Yeah, I know what ice cream is.
That was one idea for a game. I was gonna. Yeah, I know ice cream.
Ice cream? Like
Like
Strawberry,
ice-
vanilla,
like an ice
chocolate.
cream cone?
yes, I know what ice cream is.
No,
It's
he
the
doesn't.
brand.
It's a company. It's a brand.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, be more descriptive.
Do you know what Givenchy?
Givenchy.
Givenchy.
Oh, yeah, I wear it all the time.
Givenchy?
Yeah,
No, you don't.
right.
Freaking
Givenchy.
liar.
That's how you pronounce
It's
it.
Givenchy.
That
Is
was
this Gucci?
Givenchy.
Is this Gucci?
How do you
That's the only
pronounce?
brand he knows.
How do you pronounce? I always can never pronounce it right. Hermes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like the H belt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
It was
a-
Hermes.
they have
All
an
the douchebags in
amazing
Keller Williams
cologne.
wear those. All right, well, I think we'll wrap this episode
I
up
don't even
here.
know what
How long are we
what
running
that
for,
is.
Matt?
Hermes.
34 minutes?
Oh.
Oh, wow, we're only
my
34
God.
minutes in.
Oh.
Guys, talk about something. Come on. What's going on?
I don't know.
Sheesh.
We're just dragging along. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming, everyone.
Thanks.
I will see you next
Here,
week.
I have a game we could do. You want to do this game?
Yeah.
This is 2020 pop culture quiz for
me?
for Tom. Let's do it. Let's just do it right now. Why not? Okay. I feel like I don't even know these answers.
Pop
Honestly.
culture.
All right.
I wanna guess
These are
then.
kind of dumb, honestly. All right, we'll make you all guess. I'll make you all three of you guess.
Yeah.
All right. Which Kardashian / Jenner was not at Kim Kardashian's infamous 40th birthday?
Kendall.
Kylie.
Chris.
Oh, it probably was Kylie.
The options are Courtney, Chloe, or Kylie.
Kylie.
Courtney.
D.
It's Kylie then. Oh, 'cause
Kylie is correct.
I know Courtney
Tom.
was there.
Why would it be
Say,
her?
look at me. 1 for 1.
Well, you got it wrong. Come on, Ashley.
Listen.
Don't you watch
Courtney was
Kardashians?
there.
I don't. My sister does. I've watched some episodes.
All right, let's see who can remember this. Who performed in the 2020 Super Bowl halftime show?
Okay.
J Lo.
What are their choice? Yeah.
Can you guys, do you guys know off the top of your head, or you need the
going, keep
options?
going.
You want the options? J Lo and Shakira, Maroon 5,
Hey,
or Lady Gaga.
Shakira looked
J-Lo
really
and
good.
Shakira.
What did you say? That is correct. That is correct. Okay.
This is from you guys. Can you guys please stop spilling
This is a
the
dumb
beans?
one.
Alright,
I'm
it's for
skipping this
us.
one. This is dumb.
Stop spilling the beans.
These are all dumb. Which celeb couple did not have a baby in 2020?
Justin Bieber and Haley.
Gigi and Zayn, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, or Hillary Duff and Matthew Como?
Hillary Duff and Matthew Cunningham.
Katy Perry. And
He's correct.
Katy Perry had a baby. Yeah.
Did she
did.
really?
I just keep going with D.
How does he know this? How does
I just keep going with D. I'm 4 for 4.
Katy Perry had a baby? I guess with Orlando
I four?
Bloom.
Am I-
What? I thought they were like
I'm
broken up.
4 for 4.
I think you are.
And you
Yeah.
guys doubted me.
Okay. This is dumb. I'm gonna skip this one. Who did Jada Pinkett Smith reveal she had an entanglement with?
I don't know who the hell that is.
Really?
Do you know who
What
Will
movie
Smith
was she
is?
in?
Do you know who Will Smith is?
That's his wife.
Yeah.
She had an entanglement. It was like a famous meme of him
Like an
crying.
affair?
Yeah.
She had an,
It wasn't
cheated on
an
him?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was.
Go down. Go down the list.
I don't know if it was.
Yo Gotti, Pusha T, August Alsina.
I don't know who
You
any of those
was that
people are.
4 names?
No. Three.
That was one name?
Yo Gotti's one.
Okay.
Pusha T is one. August Alsina is the last one.
I don't know
Last
who
one.
they are.
Yep, that's correct. You're just guessing at this point.
Did
All
you
right.
know?
High
Fun
five.
fact. Did you know that out of multiple choice questions, C is the most commonly correct?
Well, I've been going
one?
with D, and it's been working.
Let's
so.
see if you get this one. Let's see if you get this one. Which celebrity said
That
this
was
about
C.
COVID-19? It's a virus. I get it. I respect it.
Keep going.
Options are Doja Cat,
Vanessa
Hudgens, or Madonna.
Vanessa Hudgens.
That is correct. That is correct.
How did I know that?
6 for 6.
That is correct.
I remember she got flamed
like,
for
flamed
saying
for it,
something
yeah.
really insensitive. Yeah.
3 of the biggest Netflix shows of 2020 were Tiger King, Love is Blind, and Cheer. Select the correct order that they were released. All right, we're not doing
Tiger
that.
King.
We're not doing that one. All right, I think we're done with this quiz. Oh, here we go. What did Elon Musk and Grimes originally name their baby?
I'll go
Can-
down.
R2D2.
Can anybody just do it?
No,
Shit.
go down. Go down.
Okay, well, all right, fine. Here we go. XAEA12. I'm not gonna read it.
Really?
I know.
I didn't know
I know.
that's what it
Okay,
was
so,
pronounced.
Hey.
so why don't you talk to the mic, Matthew? Tell us how it's
Hey.
pronounced. Actually, Elon Musk's child.
Angel?
Hey.
Before they changed it, but it was X Ash Archangel.
What the fuck?
Right. Do you know what it's named after?
Yeah.
The Archangel.
No, his favorite jet fighter, like plane.
Oh.
It's the Archangel 12. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching the show, everybody. Tom's on his phone. As you can tell, he does not care about this podcast in the slightest.
He is
You've been
currently
tuning
looking
into
up
Real
stocks.
Talk, the #1 real estate podcast in New Jersey. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks everyone for coming.
I want you all to comment why that. I want you guys all to comment below and say Tom is not the reason I watch the show. I want like 20 comments
And
just
if you
saying
disagree
that.
with that, say the reason why I come to the show is for Tom,
Yeah, say that.
or listen, or whatever you guys
I
want.
Yeah,
can't wait
please-
to comment on this when it goes
All
on.
right.
But thank you for watching. Make
I'm
sure
out.
to leave us 5 stars. Don't plug your microphone, Tom.
5
Tom, it's gonna make a giant sound.
Oh my God.
Make sure to leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review as well. Make sure to subscribe on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Thanks everyone.